Hi everybody, welcome to Sprague Woodturning. My name is Jim. So this week we're going to do a bowl up for Jane. Jane wants a maple burl bowl like this, and she wants red and gold resin in it. So if you remember the last time, I put a cable tie on the very foot of one of these bowls and it came off and I had a huge resin mess down here. So we're going to fix that this time so it doesn't happen again. And it should be really neat when it's done. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing that. And of course, that thumbs up will help with the analytics. And please leave a comment down below, because that's where we pick the winner of the 35,000 subscriber giveaway bowl from the comments. So please leave a comment down below. All right, so I don't think I'm going to do any tooling on this. It is covered in anchor seal, so I want to get that stripped off, and then we can go to resin casting. Hi everybody, welcome to this week's video. So I'm just using a little bit of 60 grit here to clean that anchor seal off. And you'll see later on in the video why it's important to do so. And of course, just using a little flat tip screwdrivers, cleaning off all that bark. And eventually you'll see me actually use a wire brush as well. So yeah, it's important to remove all that loose debris. And maybe even 180 on the very rim as well. We're going to go with the deep cast from Designer Epoxy. So this is new for me. This is alcohol inks, and as you can see, it's bright red. So we're going to combine this with some Pearl just to see what it looks like. I've never really used inks before, so see what that gives us. So that's about 15 drops of that. And along with that, I'm going to put some Pearl Red in here as well. I want it just a little bit stronger, so I'm going to use a little bit more of the ink here. There's probably another 10 drops. There, I like that color. Alright, so let's mix up some gold. So the red's going to be our main color, and the gold is going to be the accent color. So we don't need as much of that. I'm going to go with Pearl Gold. I want this to be quite strong. Alright, so I've mixed these two colors up before we've got our blank ready so that it has a chance to start curing. That way I'm going to do kind of a different pour than I usually do, and hopefully the colors kind of stay separated. Alright, so I thought I had the camera on, but I didn't. Last time we had a big massive resin blob here, so I've just spot glued this, and that's what I intend on doing kind of all the way around this bowl. That way it should stay tight to the turning, and we shouldn't be wasting any resin. And the other thing I'm going to do is kind of fold this over and then glue it as well. There was lots of suggestions to fix this problem last time. There was a lot of suggestions where they said to use a hose clamp that you would use like on a car engine. The only problem that I have with that is, and as a former mechanic, they tend to be quite sharp, and you know, if it'll cut a rubber hose, if you tighten down on it too much, then you're probably going to have the same issue here. Maybe not though. If you do happen to touch this plastic with the hot glue gun, it will actually burn a hole in the plastic, so you have to be really careful about that. When I set this in the form, I'm actually going to put another piece of plastic in case we have a leak here. All right, that's hopefully that doesn't leak. Like I said, I'm going to put another piece of plastic inside the bucket just to make sure. I did kind of burn through in a couple areas with the glue. That's why I put these pieces of duct tape on there. Hopefully I got them. All right. Wow. I think we finally got it. Of course, I need this plastic, these pieces of old bucket to keep the plastic from encroaching onto the inlay area. So that's why I need these in here. All right, let's figure out what we're going to do in the center here. All right, so I'm going to use a couple of grocery bags on the inside of this. And like last time, I'll use rice. And the reason I'm using rice is in case there's a leak, I'll be able to turn it away. I think one of the issues we had last time too was that this floated on me when I put the resin in. So this time I'm going to get my rock. There. Hopefully this works. I don't know. All right, let's pour some resin. I'm assuming I'm probably going to have to mix more. But it's been an hour, so I don't really want to go much longer than that, especially if I have to mix more. All right, I need to mix some more resin. I'll bring you back when I do the second pour. I mixed this up the same as the first time. All right, that's it. I'll put this in the pressure pot and we'll see you guys in a couple days. So the curiosity was getting the better of me and I opened up the pressure pot to see what was going on. Yeah, our resin level has dropped off. Obviously we've had a leak somewhere. Wherever it is, it's probably sealed off now. So anyway, I'm just going to mix up some more resin, pour it in, and do the same procedure. We might have a witness line. I'll try to mix it the same strength, that way hopefully it's not really all that visible. Disappointing though, very disappointing. There's got to be a hole in this plastic somewhere. Anyway, in a couple of days we'll find out because we'll pull it out and have a look. Alright, well, we're out of the pressure pot. Anyway, we'll see if we can get this thing out. Well, that's surprising. I thought for sure that this plastic had leaked, but it didn't. Wow. If you're curious, I could only use the one sheet of poly because it was just too tight in the bucket and it was really fighting me. Looks like we are definitely going to have a witness line. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's try and get this out of here now. So I'm going to point something out to you. If you're ever curious about the strength of this resin, that is granite that is stuck to that resin. You know, I've seen this before because this isn't the first time that I've used this rock, but for that granite to adhere to that resin so strongly that it actually breaks the granite off, it's a testament to its strength. This resin is still quite flexible because it's still warm. I'm actually probably going to give it another day before I actually put it on the lathe. Well, we did have a leak inside. I'm surprised to see that because these two grocery bags didn't have any leaks in them. I have to switch to something else. Down inside of there, that's all solid resin and rice. So, you know, this is another reason why I use the rice. Now I can turn that away. I might even be able to just chip it out of there because there should be plastic below it. But anyway, that's why I use the rice method. I know some people question that, but that's why. She ain't coming without a fight, I'll tell you that.
Usually you can pull that bucket material away from the resin quite easily, but for some reason this on the inside was just really fighting me. It literally destroyed it getting it out, and that's usually not the case.
Right, so we finally got it out. A little bit of screwing around to get it out. But again, you know, we get these heavy little resin blocks, not as bad as the last one. I thought for sure that tack gluing this around here would prevent this, but the glue found a spot, or the resin found a spot where it wasn't glued in between it. That may have something to do with the air pressure when you put it in the pressure pot. Maybe it's just pushing it in there. The next one I do, I'll try and support this all the way around, either in a bed of marbles or something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna let this set up and we'll get at this tomorrow. But you know, we've got a good solid blank, and I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what it looks like, if there's gonna be a witness line there or not. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow.
So this is my preferred tool as far as dealing with these wood and resin combos, and this is the Hercules from Hunter Tool Systems. You know, it does a really good job whittling away that resin until you can get things round. It does chip out and tear out before that, but once you get it round, it's nice.
I just want to point something out. Here, this is where I was holding it with the chuck, and I didn't clean the anchor seal off. When I was coming in with the Hercules, you can see it completely fell off. So make sure you strip off any wax or anchor seal if you're doing twice turn bowls, because the resin will not stick to the wood properly. So anyway, I was wondering just how effective this stuff would be for keeping the resin off of it. And there's your result. I mean, it's pretty impressive. It just come off in one big piece. Hopefully the camera caught it.
If you're wondering why I'm wearing a glove here, that resin and rice at the base of this bowl, I was a little worried that it was going to come out in one solid piece and cut me. So that's actually a cut resistant glove that Jim D sent me. And so I thought I'd put it to good use.
900 RPM. So I just wanted to show you something here. I'm actually using the very top of this as kind of the bevel rubbing on the surface of the wood. So I don't think that I've actually done that with this tool, but it actually works very, very efficiently when you do it that way, and it's smooth. You can, especially if you're pulling out like this, you get a really nice smooth cut, and this is limiting, this side of the tool on the very top is limiting how much this is actually cutting. The more you rotate it up, the more aggressive it becomes, but when it's on its, almost right on its side, it actually cuts really nicely and cuts clean. Anyway, try it. I'm really happy with the what that gives me. It's nice, cut, clean, smooth, and from here it'd be easier to sand. I just got to clean up the bottom a little bit here on the inside and on the outside. Got some pretty big tear out on the outside that I need to address, and then we get sanding.
So this is the last step, and that's a freshly sharpened 5/8 bowl gouge, and I'm shear scraping the surface of the wood prior to sanding. You can see those fine shavings. That's what you're looking for when you're shear scraping. Like I always do, I start with 60 grit, and these are the 3.5-inch dipple discs from sandpaper.ca, and I went all the way to 800 on this piece, and it sanded up quite nicely actually. That shear scraping and the Hercules on the inside did a fantastic job. And of course, before finish goes on, I like to use the red triple E from the Be All buffing system. And of course, don't forget to use denatured alcohol, or in this case, methyl hydrate.
Okay, so before we put the finish on, I just wanted to show you this. I was getting low on wood bowl finish, so there's a company in Quebec called Ardec, and I actually wanted wood bowl finish, put my order in. It's funny because it actually said wood bowl finish, and look what arrived, solid bowl finish, the holy grail. So I've got actually 5 cans of this. Along with that, this is a water-based, it's supposed to be non-toxic finish as well from Gentle Finishes. This is Easy Do. Now it's supposed to be, it's a non-toxic polyurethane gel, wipe on clear coat. So, we're gonna give this a go. One of the reasons why I think a lot of people are following my channel is because of finishes. So, I certainly want to showcase this stuff. Howard's Feed and Wax. The only thing, I thought this was supposed to be liquidy, but it's actually, get the top off here. It's actually very, I don't think it's supposed to be like that. If you use this stuff, let me know. Anyway, I don't know if it's a bad batch of Howard's or what. So anyway, we're gonna show all the stuff on the channel, and I'm absolutely stoked that I've got this now. So I'll be able to make a lot more wood turnings with that. And if you're curious, I got the last of it. There's no more left. Anyway, happy days for me. Sorry. All right, let's get our first coat finish on. All right, exciting times. First coat of finish. Salad bowl finish by General Finishes. This piece will no doubt take 3 coats. Anyway, I'll get it on, we'll get it off, and we'll have a look at it here. So what do you think? That Burl is absolutely awesome. I thought that witness line might bother me, but it really doesn't. It's actually kind of adds another dimension to it, if you know what I mean. Same thing there. Beautiful pearl. Not a lot of gold though. I mean, for the amount of gold that I put in there, I'm surprised that there isn't more. Anyway, I think that it's really, really nice, and hopefully Jane likes it. See you tomorrow. Well, good morning. It is the second coat of Salad Bowl Finish by General Finishes. This will probably take 3. Anyway, I will do the third coat the same way if it is required, but I'm assuming that it will be. And then I'll bring you back when we're doing the bottom. Boys, I tell you, this is for its size, it's very heavy. That burl is amazing. Anyway, we will see you. I don't know. Maybe we can be done in 2. Anyway, we'll see you when I'm doing the foot.
With this piece, I use the white diamond and just do the final buffing just to bring that finish really alive. It does a good job on that. And of course, getting ready to part this off the waste block. And that's 3/16 parting tool from Crown. It just finishes off with a handsaw. That way it doesn't go flying across the shop. I thought I would show this. This is a vacuum chuck that I made. There's 2 pieces of MDF, 3/4 inch MDF. That's 4-inch conduit where it joins together. And of course I cemented them together, and I used the neoprene seals that you can buy from One Way, and I just kind of rounded over the edge of that so those neoprene seals set on there really nicely. And it gets you by in a pinch. This bowl was too deep. It did keep coming off the center, and I believe that's probably got something to do with the weight of the piece. This is actually very heavy for its size. So it's really important to take really light cuts with this. Again, last thing you want to do is send this thing flying across the shop when you're doing the foot. And on the very base area, I only sand it to 320. No real big resin spots in there, so there's no need to go that high. All right, let's finish this video up.
All right, let's have a last little look at this beautiful maple burl bowl. The burl on this is amazing. And like I said in the video, you know, at first I thought that witness line, I might not like it, but I actually do. It just kind of adds another dimension to the piece. Really, really cool. Here's the very bottom. I think I'll put one more coat and then it will be done as well. Try and get that so that you can see it here. There. Bottom's very busy. The piece ended up being 10.5 by 6 high. It is an absolutely beautiful burl. There is a ton of cracks in here that have all been filled in by the resin. I never had to use any CA glue on this at all. So the resin did a really good job, and this is a really nice centerpiece for your table. And Jane actually has sent her some photos and she likes it, so that's great. Anyway, let me know what you think about this week's project. You know, I've been looking to improve on the marble system, and that's basically where I took the 6mm poly and I pushed this down into marbles. And you know, I haven't been able to come up with a better solution. Every time I try this this poly on the outside, that, you know, you always end up with these kind of big heavy resin pockets. So, you know, I really think that the marbles are the answer, and that's what I'm going to do from now on when I do these pieces. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Fantastic. That pearl is absolutely amazing, especially this area right here. I mean, come on. All right, well, don't forget about our sponsors in the description down below. Designer Epoxy, sandpaper.ca, Starbond Adhesives, and of course Hunter Tool Systems. All your discount codes are in the description down below. So if you need some stuff, make sure you check them out. Next week, I don't know, can you see it on the lathe? It's on the lathe. It's going to be another coring set. That's what we're going to go after next week. Kind of Halloweenish themed. So make sure you come on back for that. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing that. And of course, that thumbs up will help with the analytics. And please leave a comment down below. That will certainly help with the analytics as well. And don't forget that that's where we're going to pick the winner of the 35,000 subscriber giveaway bowl from the comments. I guess that's it. Till next week, take care, stay safe. Don't forget that bell. See you next time.